Former UT football player and financial analyst with a soft spot for his kids, David Moon is about as well-rounded as they get. Here's Abby Ham with this week's Your Stories.
If you go back and very critically examine the record, at best, a very adequate college football player. I'd like to think I'm honest enough to recognize that.
David Moon spent his college career at UT on the football field. It wasn't much of a stretch, after all.
I was a massive little kid. I was in the third grade and weighed 180 pounds. And when you're that age and that size, you don't have any choice but to play football.
But in college, he was also money-minded. He got his MBA and jumped right into the business world.
I was a partner in an accounting firm, and then I ran a bank trust department, and then I started Moon Capital Management.
David Moon, president of Moon Capital Management, says
he also puts on a tie and provides commentary for CNBC.
I do video interviews on the After the Bell segment with Maria Bartiromo. And typically what it is a piece where they have two investment professionals and a topic, and we take two different sides. We take opposing sides of a topic and argue it.
And he's good at arguing.
My wife would tell you that this is a skill for which I am perfectly suited.
But he doesn't let being on national television go to his head.
Here's what I've learned from doing the CNBC thing. It is not a big deal to have been on CNBC. With as many cable channels as there are today, it is a big deal not to have been on CNBC in our industry.
David Moon is just a regular guy. He puts on jeans and boots, too.
I have what is consistent with what I need, which is some trees and some grass, and I get to hear the birds, and my dogs can run, and I can go out and just kind of walk the fence line and feel as if I am a million miles away from anything.
He likes to unwind, fish with his kids. He also writes for his kids.
I guess 5 or 6 years ago, my morning schedule was such that I didn't see my kids in the morning. And so every day what I started doing was writing a little passage, a little 1-line or 2-line passage, and then a little, I don't know what to call it. We call it a reading. Some people would call it a devotional about that passage, and then we would finish it up with an affirmation.
His kids loved them, and now they live by them.
The affirmation that I worked on before they were born and that they started reciting almost from the moment that they could speak is this: I'm smart, happy, and healthy. God has given me many gifts. I can do anything I want to if I make a plan, concentrate, and work toward it every day.
And he shares these daily affirmations with others.
There are over 1,000 people that actively receive these things in some form every day.
So where does he find the time?
I don't do a whole lot. I work, and then I watch my kids do things, and I mow grass, and I write, and that's about what I do. David
Moon, finance, football, family, and East Tennessee.
I've heard people often say, well, Knoxville is a great place to live if you're raising a family. Well, let me tell you something. Knoxville was a fantastic place for us to live for 15 years as a married couple without kids. And it's a fantastic place for us to live with 11-year-olds.
One of your stories. There's no place like this one. Abby Ham, 10 News.
And to see other Your Stories, log on to WBIR.com. There you can also submit an idea. Well, that's going to do it for 10 News at 5.